Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Carolyn Hines for the Here's What Happened and Carolyn Toss podcast. So my question is for both Donald and Carrie. So the interesting thing about Emergency is how it balances the dark elements with the intertwining comedic moments. So for Carrie, can you talk about, as a director, balancing these moments with the tone and making sure that you respected the heaviness of the story with inserting the light tones? And for you, Donald, just like as an actor, being in the scenes where like you have to shift tones sometimes very suddenly, how did you as an actor like balance that and move through the scenes to make sure that you stayed in character, but also that you took care of yourself mentally?
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. One, thank you all for being here. This means a lot to both of us and the entire cast. So I'm just going to say that off rip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As an actor, I think you have a certain responsibility to tell the truth in everything that we do. And for me, I know there's always a piece of myself in every single character. Now, whether it's large or small, I feel like I'm probably more honest when I've put on another character and I'm able to, express these feelings. It was really tough at points, but I love the Carrie's direction because we never played at anything. We never tried to do anything for laughs. It was always maybe the ridiculousness of a situation that people would kind of laugh. It's like that, like where you laugh to not cry, or you laugh to, try to get out of a stressful situation. So we really just kind of played with the truth all the time. And the crew was amazing. Anytime the casting crew were just phenomenal. So if there were times where things got kind of heavy and you needed a minute, I mean, there was always a hand. Carrie was always right there. Hey man, you good? You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. But then he also knows when to push a little bit. Like, no, he's okay. He's fine. Hey, you can go more. And that's because I'm trying to be like real sensitive about this, but without telling too much, I don't know, what's kind of saying, but
you just say spoiler.
No spoilers here, but there are people who have been in these situations and we all know their names, and there are people who've been in these situations and we don't know their names, and they weren't as fortunate as we are, and this will continue to happen. So we had to approach that with honesty and just come at it with just a lot of realness. So from an actor standpoint, that's how I felt. I'm rambling, so I apologize.
No, everything you're saying, I totally agree with. And thank you for what you're saying about, my direction. That's important to me, and I appreciate that. For me, my North Star in this project was always the friendship again. And, Donald, RJ, Sebastian, everybody, it brought such a beautiful groundedness to their roles. And especially with, Sean and Kunle, so Donald and RJ, they kept it grounded and like they didn't play it for laughs. A lot of the humor comes from how they are reacting to each other. And in my view, that is a part of revealing character, because it's like, yo, you see this is the way you think we should handle this. This is, and there's the way they banter about that is humorous. Yeah. And it also is revealing their worldview, which is, to me was so important to show that complexity and nuance of their friendship, and a Black male friendship that I don't think we see that much in, our films nowadays. So that was how I felt to balance. It was not playing for comedy, but their interactions, they had that banner that was really like funny at times. And then, but for them, this shit was always very serious. Like they want to be in a party movie. But life says, no, not tonight. You're not going to be in a party movie. You're going to be in this other shit. Right. So that was it for us. Yeah.
And so this question is for Carrie. I want to talk a bit about the technical aspects of the film, because I first saw this film when it premiered at Sundance. And one of the things that has always struck me about film and films of this, where it's multi-genre, is balancing the tone through cinematography and editing. Like before we talked about the emotional balancing, like the actors and you as a director balancing it, but talk a bit about using the editing. By editor is Nam Nguyen and cinematographer Michael Della Torre. I think they did a really good job balancing the tone of the film through the editing, so that nothing stays super traumatic or super harsh for too long, and the comedy doesn't drag out for longer than it should.
No, they both did their damn thing on the film for sure. I mean, Mike and I have worked together for many years, started doing music videos together, and then, short films and, other narratives. And we have this, connection that, the DP relationship is like a marriage, 100% on set. You got to have that comfort of being able to, like, they are extension of what you see in your mind. So Mike and I had that, so it was beautiful. And Mike did a lot of work on really getting to the heart of each scene emotionally. We talked a lot about, like, our shot selections and all that stuff, all the stuff you do, in preparation. And Lamb and I, when we got to the edit, that was interesting because I don't really do comedy that much. I do more of like dramatic, serious material. And it was definitely a lot of trial and error of getting it just right, not staying in the scene too long, figuring out what works, what reaction shots work. What was beautiful is, like, we had the performances were there. It was just a matter of, like, shading it just right, creating that right rhythm. Like, there's some sequences that Lamb created in the film that give you that breath when you need it, like just some sort of transitional sequences that I think, it's all about rhythm, no matter what you're doing with the art, right? It's just that rhythm. Like, that's, like, music is like my main, like, is such an inspiration for me. And I feel like the edit needs to have a rhythm like music, you know what I mean? And that goes to life in general too. So yeah, it was really, really great working with both of them on this, to craft the balance of it all. And for me, I wanted to, from a directing standpoint, I wanted to have a very authored cinematic language, because I knew we were gonna go through some different, genre feels. But I felt like if this didn't feel like that, sort of loose, like, college comedy in the beginning, it felt more authored and, precise. When we get to where we're going, that language carried you through, as well as that beautiful friendship that we have between Sean and Kunle. So yeah, that's glad you pointed out the beautiful work that they did, because that and production designer, like, I mean, that was really key too. Like I said, the crew was just incredible on the film, 100%.
No, thank you. I think the thing about, like, you just said something that occurred to me is the friendship. Like, it does mirror how friendships work, because friendships aren't one note. Friendships go up and down, and, like, you cuss each other out and then you hug each other and you defend each other. So it is like, it's a rhythm, it's a dance. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you.